Hello, and welcome to Principles of Marketing. I'm your Professor John Harvey, and here we are in week 4. My goodness, we are plowing through the semester. This week you guys are working on chapter 6, and next week you have the marketing plan. So I noticed when I'm looking at the discussion board posts where you guys are, it looks like several of you are behind a little bit in terms of the syllabus. You're working on like chapter 3 or chapter 4. You guys should be jumping up. Here we are in week 4 and we should be on chapter 6. So make sure and get that stuff in, guys, and get that ready. So, okay, enough about the schedule there. Now, I did want to talk about the marketing evaluation so that you guys could get started on that. The primary or the first reason that I want you to work on this is I want you to focus on networking. And what I mean by networking is I want you to get connected with somebody inside a business that you would like to work for. So this is kind of the fun part. You look at a company that you'd like to work for. It could be large, small, local, not local, whatever, and start reaching out and saying that you want to schedule an interview with them. That's for a college paper, and start making that connection. Okay, I can tell you, networking is so critical. It used to be that if you had a college degree, that you were kind of, had something that other people didn't, and so that would help you get jobs. It seems like a lot of people have degrees now, and so the mindset of, well, okay, I'm going to do college and then I'm going to go look for a job doesn't pay out very well. You really need to start networking and connecting and trying to apply your college education to a company that you want to work for before you graduate. So you really want to try and do that because you're connecting what you're doing at work with what you're doing in education, and you're taking that education and you're applying it back into your work. And so that's really where education is moving towards, so it's not like we just give you all these skills and abilities and then you go find some company and they're like, wow, this is so amazing, we've never seen anything like this before. You start now and you start working your connections, and you get connections by networking. So when you reach out to a company and you say, hey, I'd like to do this marketing plan, that separates you. Okay, and when you make that interview with that person, they're going to reach out to you and make contacts. And I can tell you, I've had this happen multiple times where I've had students reach out to companies. They've done their research, they're ready for that interview, they go through the interview, and companies and those people look at it and they go, wow, man, this person really knows what they're talking about. This is okay. And I've had students come back to me and say, the company went ahead and created a position for me in their company. Now, how do I negotiate salary? How do I negotiate time off? What do I use for this thing or that thing? And by the end of the semester, they're working for a company that they've always wanted to work for. So that's a big deal. And it doesn't happen just by accident. It happens through networking. And that networking is what I want you guys to focus on. So don't cheat yourself by going and saying, hey, I'm going to go work for, I'm going to go interview my brother, or I'm going to go interview somebody at a company I already work for. Stretch yourself. This is an opportunity. Use this course, use this assignment to really push yourself and get yourself to that company or that organization that you want to work for. Okay? Now, the last part to this is I'm actually looking at this paper and I want to see that you've applied the material to the paper. So we've already done a SWOT analysis. We've already done environmental analysis. So I should be seeing those sections in that material from the textbook applied to this business. Okay? So I want you to apply what we're seeing in the textbook and what you're going to experience in the real world here with a real company, and figure that out and make that connection. Okay? Now, that being said, I put in the whole marketing plan in the assignment, so you can see all the sections. We're just doing the first 3. So a little bit of grace, a little bit of flexibility. It's not that big. You're not going through the whole thing, so don't worry about the control analysis and the deliverables and all that stuff. Just get to that point where you do the first 3 sections, and but I wanted you to see how the whole marketing plan worked and how that all those pieces combine. But you're just working on those first 3. All right, guys. With that, have a great week.